So this just blew up in my face yesterday, and I'm still trying to process what happened. I need to know if I'm being crazy or if this is as messed up as I think it is. I've been dating Marcus for about 8 months now. When we first started seeing each other, he was upfront about still being friends with his ex. They dated for 3 years and broke up about a year before we met. He said they ended things amicably and stayed in touch. At first, I thought this was actually kind of mature. Like, here's a guy who can maintain healthy relationships with people from his past. My ex and I can barely be in the same room together, so I figured Marcus must be pretty emotionally healthy to pull off a friendship with someone he used to love. They'd text occasionally, like happy birthday stuff or sharing memes. Sometimes she'd comment on his Instagram posts with laughing emojis. Normal friend stuff. I saw her name pop up on his phone a few times, but it never seemed like anything serious. Maybe a, hey, how's work going type conversation. I met his ex once at a group hangout about 4 months ago. She seemed nice enough, a little quiet around me, but not hostile or anything. Marcus introduced me as his girlfriend, and she was polite. A bit awkward, but I figured that's normal when meeting your friend's new girlfriend. The thing that bothered me a little was how well they knew each other. Like, she'd make these inside jokes that I didn't get, or they'd reference things from their shared past. But I tried not to be jealous because honestly, they have history. Of course they have memories together. Marcus always reassured me that they were just friends now. Said he was completely over her and happy with me. When I'd get insecure about their friendship, he'd tell me I had nothing to worry about. That he chose to be with me, not her. So, I let it go. I trusted him. I thought I was being secure and mature by not making him choose between me and his friendship with his ex. Yesterday, everything changed. Marcus had left his laptop open on our kitchen counter while he was in the shower. His calendar notification popped up, and I happened to glance at it. It said, dinner with her, 7 p.m., Antonio's. Antonio's is this really nice Italian place downtown. Like, the kind of place you go for special occasions, not just casual friend hangouts. I thought maybe it was her birthday or something. But then I remembered her birthday was in January because Marcus had asked me what he should get her, which was weird enough on its own, but I'd let it slide. When Marcus got out of the shower, I asked him about the dinner plans. He got this strange look on his face, like I'd caught him doing something he wasn't supposed to. "Oh, that," he said, trying to sound casual. "Yeah, we're just grabbing dinner tonight." "At Antonio's?" I asked. "That's pretty fancy for just friends." That's when he told me. They go to dinner every year on their old anniversary. It's been a tradition since they broke up. They call it their friendship anniversary now. I stared at him. "You celebrate your breakup anniversary?" No, he quickly corrected. "We celebrate the good times we had together. It's like honoring what we meant to each other." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. This man was going on romantic dinners with his ex to celebrate their past relationship, and he'd never mentioned it to me once in 8 months. "How long have you been doing this?" I asked. "Just since we broke up, so this will be the second time." "And you never thought to tell me about this?" He got defensive. Said it wasn't a big deal, just dinner between friends, that I was overreacting, that he didn't think I'd understand because I don't have a good relationship with my ex. That really pissed me off. I asked him point blank, "But if I were friends with my ex and I wanted to honor our past relationship with a yearly dinner, you'd be fine with that." He went quiet for a minute, then said that was different because my ex and I ended badly. I asked him what they do at these dinners. Do they talk about their relationship? Do they reminisce about being together? Do they exchange gifts? His face told me everything before he even answered. Last year, he'd given her a necklace. Just a small one, he said, like that made it better. I lost it. This wasn't just staying friends with an ex. This was maintaining a romantic tradition with her. They were literally celebrating their past relationship while he was in a new one with me. "I need some air," I told him, and I left the apartment. I drove around for hours trying to clear my head. The more I thought about it, the more betrayed I felt. Not just about the dinner, but about the fact that he'd hidden it from me. If it was so innocent, why hadn't he mentioned it before? I started thinking about other things. How he sometimes seemed distant around their old anniversary date in September. How he'd gotten weird when I suggested we go to Antonio's for our 6-month anniversary. Now I know why. How he always seemed to have some reason why his ex couldn't hang out when I was around. When I got home around midnight, Marcus was waiting up for me. He tried to apologize, said he should have told me about the dinners earlier. But then, he said something that made it worse. "She's been having a hard time lately," he explained. "These dinners mean a lot to her. She's still processing our breakup." So not only was he maintaining romantic traditions with his ex, he was doing it because she wasn't over him. And he was prioritizing her emotional needs over our relationship. I told him he had to choose. Either the anniversary dinners stop, or we're done. He said I was being controlling and jealous, that I was asking him to abandon a friend who needed support, that the dinners were important to both of them, and he wasn't going to stop just because I was insecure. We had a huge fight. He left for the dinner anyway. But here's the part that really got to me. Around 10 p.m., his ex posted a photo on Instagram. It was her and Marcus at Antonio's clinking wine glasses. Her caption said, "Some traditions never change, heart grateful for you always." The heart emoji. Grateful for you always. Like they were still together. I screenshot it before she deleted it an hour later. Because she definitely deleted it, which tells me she knew it was inappropriate. Marcus came home after midnight, probably expecting me to be asleep. I was sitting on the couch with my laptop, already looking at apartments. "We need to talk," I said. He tried to downplay everything, said the dinner was just like any other friend hangout, that his ex's Instagram post was just her being sentimental, that I was reading too much into everything, but I wasn't buying it anymore. I'd ignored red flags for months because I wanted to trust him, because I thought being okay with their friendship made me a cool, secure girlfriend. The truth is, Marcus never got over his ex, and she never got over him. They were using their friendship to maintain an emotional connection that should have ended when they broke up. I realized I'd been the third person in this relationship the whole time. They got to have their cake and eat it too, maintaining their romantic connection through anniversary dinners and sweet Instagram posts, while Marcus got to have a girlfriend on the side. TBH, I feel like an idiot for not seeing it sooner. All those little things that made me uncomfortable weren't just my insecurity, they were legitimate concerns about appropriate boundaries in relationships. I'm moving out this weekend. Marcus keeps texting me, saying I'm throwing away a good relationship over nothing, that I don't understand his and his ex's connection, that he loves me, not her. But if he loves me, why is he still celebrating his relationship with her? Why is her emotional well-being more important than our relationship? Why couldn't he understand why this would hurt me? He gave me an ultimatum without realizing it. When he chose to go to that dinner despite my feelings, he showed me where his priorities were. I keep thinking about that Instagram post. Some traditions never change. She's right. Their tradition of prioritizing each other over anyone else in their lives isn't changing, and I'm not sticking around to be a placeholder until they figure out they want to get back together. Some of my friends think I'm overreacting. They say lots of people stay friends with their exes. But there's a difference between being friendly and maintaining romantic traditions. There's a difference between the occasional text and yearly commemoration dinners with wine and gifts. IDK, maybe I am being too sensitive, but I don't think asking for boundaries in a relationship makes me controlling. I think anniversary dinners with exes cross a line that most people in committed relationships would agree on. Marcus showed up at my sister's place where I'm staying. He said he canceled future anniversary dinners with his ex, that he chose me and wanted to work things out. But here's the thing. He only wants to change now that I'm leaving. He wasn't willing to consider my feelings when I brought it up before. He was perfectly happy keeping things the way they were until he faced consequences. It feels too little, too late. Trust is broken. And honestly, I don't know if I believe him anyway. He had 8 months to tell me about these dinners and chose not to. What else is he not telling me? I think some relationships can survive this kind of thing, but ours can't. At least not right now. Maybe Marcus and his ex should just be together since they clearly can't let go of what they had. Update. Well, this got interesting. His ex texted me yesterday. Apparently Marcus had told her I was being unreasonable about their friendship. She wanted to clear the air and explain that their relationship was purely platonic now. I sent her the screenshot of her Instagram post from their dinner, asked her if that caption seemed platonic to her. She read my message but didn't respond. Then later, I saw she'd posted something on her story about knowing your worth and not letting anyone dim your light. Pretty sure that was directed at me. The whole thing just confirms what I already knew. They're both so wrapped up in their past relationship that they can't see how inappropriate their behavior is. They probably think I'm the crazy jealous girlfriend who came between their beautiful friendship. Whatever. I'm done trying to be the cool girl who's okay with everything. Some boundaries exist for good reasons, and anniversary dinners with exes is definitely one of them. To anyone reading this who's in a similar situation, trust your gut. If something feels off about your partner's relationship with their ex, it probably is. You're not being controlling by wanting appropriate boundaries. You deserve to be someone's first choice, not their backup plan.